Some people may say I'm crazy, but to them I say that's irrelevant. This isn't let's analyze the psychology of the Mississippi King. Welcoming y'all back to more Let's Play Mega Man 2. And in the last episode we finished up Wily's stage number 1 and defeated the remaining Robot Masters. So in this episode we're gonna continue and keep going. Okay, now something didn't go so well, so I had to edit a bit of crap out. Fortune favors the bold! Yep, I've been waiting to say that. But yeah, so welcome back, Mississippi dudes. We're getting near the end. In this episode, we'll actually beat this stage. Hopefully the next one as well. But I can't guarantee one because... Well, actually, what am I saying? Of course we'll beat the next one. The boss to the next one is actually a piece of cake. I'm serious. He just... the boss to the next Wily stage just goes over. He's dead so quickly. It's like, it's a joke. Seriously. And yeah, you're gonna want to have as many crash bombs as possible. This part is still great. I love the level design of this part, even though there are a few stupid things like the things that come out of the ceiling that you're seeing right now. These things can go bite me. Well, it's not necessarily that they just sort of come out of the ceiling and the floor, so much as it is you can't see them. There's no warning, they're not telegraphed, so you can end up running into one just because they suddenly decided to drop one onto you, and that is not good. That ain't good design. But nevertheless, it's still a fun stage. I enjoy this one. I mean, it is still pretty great. It's not necessarily the best stage in the game, but yeah, I still enjoy it. These here drill things can be as obnoxious as a top-secret Buddhist Christian shaman. No good cabal of South Korea that is bent on instilling a crypto-fascist dictatorial system of the man upon the South Korean people. This part's actually pretty easy. Yep. These are just... they're ridiculously easy to dodge. I mean, I believe you can actually use Flashman's weapon to stop them, but I wouldn't bother. They're not that bad. I can get by them pretty easily. These things don't really need it. And plus, it's also nice to have that for Quick Man later on. We'll be running into a boss rush later on. That's one thing that we'll get into later that Mega Man 2 is standardized. But as for this boss, it's called Picopico-kun. Yeah, and it's actually a guard system. I've heard it was actually designed by Dr. Light, and it seems to be modeled after CWU01P, and it is pathetic. I mean, like, its weakness is the bubble lead, and some people may say that the metal blade works better. I personally don't agree. The bubble lead... Oh, sorry, did I say bubble lead? I meant bubble weed. It's the bubble weed. Yeah, old habits die hard. I've been calling it the bubble lead all these years, so it's hard to get that out of my head. But yeah, it is not the bubble lead. Seriously. But nevertheless, that boss is just pathetic. I mean, like, Yellow Devil, that thing ain't. But now we're on to the next stage, and admittedly, this stage is alright. It's ridiculously short, but as in terms of quality, it's still pretty decent. The next stage, though, is where the level design really starts to plummet. I mean, like, the stage after that isn't so bad, but it's just, the boss is just stupid. We'll get into that more later, but just trust me, it ain't pleasant, folks. I don't know what this water is supposed to be. It looks kind of like sewage, but yeah, you have them fish that keep showing up, and they can try to hit you, but I pretty much never get hit. Okay, something went wrong there, so yeah, I had to edit that out too, but yeah, let's just keep going. The rest of the stage is a breeze. I mean, I may get hit along the way. But right here you have, well, I think I should have used the bubble lead there. Sorry, bubble weed, seriously. I keep screwing that up. That is no good. Just don't... It's the bubble weed. But for this boss we have... Guts-man? What is your deal, Wily? Why is Dr. Wily so obsessed with Guts-man? Seriously, you got a problem, Wily. Guts-man is... Why are you so obsessed with him? This is unhealthy. Seriously, this is probably not the last time we'll see Guts-man. Yep, you thought he was destroyed, but yeah, for some reason Dr. Wily really seems to like Guts-man. So that boss was the Guts tank, or actually I think it's the Guts-Dozer. And it is pathetic. Just like the last boss, the quick boomerang just shaves his health off like it's nobody's business. It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. And now we get on to the stage that, well, this is the stage that I hate the most in the game. Now, I know I've been pretty peachy, pretty positive and upbeat about this game so far, but let's be real. This part of the game just sucks. It is just bad level design. But trust me, like, if you think it's bad this so far with them invisible platforms, you ain't seen anything yet. Because the boss is just horrendous. Seriously. You can also use Crash Bomb on the Guts-Dozer, but I would strongly recommend against that, though, because it's a terrible idea. Well, I mean, it can do some decent damage to him, but it is not worth it. You need it for this boss. And well, for right there, I had to edit some annoying crap out, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, you do not want to use the Crash Bomber, my bad, on the Guts-Dozer because you need it to beat this boss. Like, it is the only weapon that damages this boss. And we'll get into why that sucks later on. Yeah, I call it a Crash Bomb. Like, that's... Okay, like, for that, I ain't got any excuse. Like, it was spelt as the Crash Bomber, yet I called it the Crash Bomb. There's no excuse for that. I mean, for the bubble weed, yes, the bubble weed, I can at least say that English spelling is what caused me to misread it. But for the Crash Bomber, I can't. I have no excuse. That's just pathetic. But this boss is arguably even more of a pain to fight than a top-secret Christian shaman no good Buddhist cult cabal of South Korea that is bent on instilling a crypto. But yeah, this boss is pretty annoying. I despise him. But for these parts I usually use the leaf shield because, again, I insist that the metal blade is not the only good weapon in the game. We're coming up to the boss pretty soon, but, yeah. I despise the way that this boss is designed. It's like, well, you see, it's kind of a nuisance to fight because, like, you can't actually defeat this boss without dying, but it's a lot harder because you have to, like, you have to use up all of your crash bombs, and considering it's, like, basically the weakness of Flashman, and also a coming Wily machine, that sucks! So, the boss for this place is called the Boo Beam Trap, and it is the most horrible, the most terribly designed boss in Mega Man history. Well, one of the worst bosses. Yeah, I don't like it, in case y'all can't tell. But yeah, it is just as annoying to fight, actually even more annoying to fight than a top-secret Christian shaman Buddhist no-good cult.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, mother. Say what one more time.
Okay, I'll shut up about it. Sheesh. Don't gotta point that gun at me, seriously. I ain't gonna mention it anymore. Okay? Not that crazy. Only slightly paranoid, but I feel I should remind everyone that just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not coming to get you. It's worth keeping in mind. That is something that can be useful to remember because, believe me, they're out to get you. I don't care if that makes me paranoid to say that, but it's true. Everyone's coming to get you. And here's another thing about the boss that is really annoying. If you die to it, you have to grind for crash bombs if you actually got around to using any. Now, fortunately for me, I got lucky there, and two of them Mets dropped some energy for my crash bomber. That is definitely going to help. I mean, the more I have, the merrier. But it's like, there are 5 of them, and you can only use 7 crash bombs. So yeah, fantastic. You just have to, like, use use them wisely, and with the help of item 1, you can actually get through it without, while using 7, while, like, taking out all of them without blowing up. Well, you see, there are 2 walls that you need to blow up. And, well, the other walls don't matter as much, but there are 2 where you absolutely need to blow them up with a crash bomb. So, yeah, that, you definitely want to have some for that. And so there are 2 that you need to blow up, and that means that there's only 1 left yeah, actually, you ain't got any other crash bombs for that you run out. And that's stupid. That is stupid design. Yeah, I mean, I love this game, but I'm not going to defend this part. It's crap. I don't like it whatsoever. But, now that we're running up to the boss, I guess we can give it a second shot, second attempt. And luckily, the walls that you blow up, they actually remain blown up after when you come back, so yeah, that can be useful. You can actually blow up all of the walls, then intentionally die, because, like, if you blow up all the walls, you have to die in order to continue. But you can, like, blow up all the walls, die, then grind for some energy for that, and then come back. So, that can definitely help. But, yeah, you do still need to use 5 of your 7 crash bombs, even if that goes through. So that is just... This is terrible design. This part of the game legitimately sucks. Fortunately, this is, like, just one bad stage. The following ones aren't quite so bad, but, I mean, I'm not saying they're perfect either, but they're certainly a lot better than this crap. Just look at this. And it looks like I'm gonna die, so... Well, then... See y'all next time, and in the next episode, we'll actually defeat the Boo Beam Trap and finish the game, so see y'all next time for the finale of Let's Play Mega Man 2.